Welcome back, everybody, to WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. I'm Brendan. This is the final episode before Hell in a Cell, and this is going to be a big week. We're going to find out a lot of things that we've been waiting to hear, and let's kick it off straight away with main event first up. The rivalry continues as Cesaro takes on Kingston. He has Barrett in his corner, and Swagger will be in Kingston's corner. The Usos, they make their debut. Actually, no, I think we had them on Raw. They take on the new team of R-Truth and Xavier Woods. We're going to play that match, so we're going to see the Usos in action. Number one contenders matchup, Big E Langston versus Dean Ambrose. Winner will take on that man R-Truth for the United States Championship at Hell in a Cell. That is a huge match. We will find out who will be the number one contender shortly. And the first matchup, who gets the W right here? Cesaro gets the win over Kingston, getting some momentum leading towards the pay-per-view. And who's going to be the number one contender? Big E Langston, the newest member to the roster, well, one of the new members to the roster, has got the job done. Congratulations to Big E. He will be going on to take on R-Truth at Hell in a Cell. That's a big victory for Big E. I mean, he's only had one other match, and of course he beat Fandango. Now he's the man. So, speaking of the man, here are two really good tag team partners right here in the Usos, brand new team to the roster. Now, of course, we had to create them. Well, we didn't create them. We had to download them from the community creations. And their entrance is in the game. I got the music. Now, you probably, if you can hear it, you're probably like, well, where's the intro to it? Now, I thought that there wouldn't be the entrance, so I just, assumed. So I just got the cool bit of the song. So, after they, do the whole haka thing, and then they, set the pyre off. Then they put the good song, the song on. So I just skipped that and I just got to the song, which is more upbeat because we only see, 10-15 seconds of the entrance anyway. So better to have the best part of the song at the start anyway. So R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Now this is a new team that has actually arrived in the WWE. Now actually a lot of teams have come in the past few weeks. We spoke about how we were short end teams and how we're looking as though we're going to probably struggle in the near future. We've got some new teams, R-Truth, Xavier Woods, the Usos, Ryback, I think even Rey Mysterio and the Big Show are now teaming up, so maybe we can put them as a tag team, which God knows they both need it because they're both doing nothing on our universe mode, so perhaps we can put them as a tag team. I did actually get a request in, I think, the last video saying put them as a tag team, so that's something we may perhaps do, and we'll have to wait and see if they're a long-term tag team. We'll see after... TLC, before we make the decision on bringing them into the roster as a tag team. But for now, they'll be singles guys, and we'll just have to wait and see. But they certainly are a possibility. Now, I've finished the Los Matadores, and I've finished their entrance and everything like that. So they're all good to go, and we'll be seeing them, I don't know, maybe shortly. I don't know. We'll see them sometime soon on our universe mode. I think we'll start to use them a little bit more frequently, despite the fact that we never see them on WTV anymore. What a flop and failure those two guys were. I mean, we all expected them to be a failure, but still, they lasted about 3 weeks before nobody gave a fuck anymore. I've had them on my roster, universe mode, for like a month, and nobody's given a fuck about them. They haven't even got a match yet, so we'll have to wait and see before we get them in. But anyways, the Usos are in, and these two guys, for some reason, aren't DLC in this game. It's frustrating. So many guys, you think, yeah, they'll be in the game for sure, and they didn't end up being in the game. But thank God that you can create your own wrestlers, right? So the Usos. Now, I think these two guys have the opportunity to be genuine threats to the I've seen one match of his, and since he's debuted, I think I've been a little bit out of the loop with WWE TV at the moment. But yeah, the kid's alright. I mean, he's got a feud with Brodus Clay and Tensai. That's not a great start to his career, but it is what it is. You got to start somewhere, as the Usos looking to get some momentum here. Main event, really liking what I've done in the past few weeks with main event. I told you guys that I was planning on trying to make main event more interesting, but with some better matches. And I think the last probably 3 or 4 episodes of main event have been much better. I think, you know, we've even had a championship matchup on main event, and now we had a number one contenders match, big time tag team matchup right here. So main event's certainly getting better. Now, you guys, I got a comment saying put in NXT. I've got enough trouble writing 3 shows, let alone 4 shows. Plus, NXT does not interest me at all. I don't know. I think anyone in development, you know, they're in development. They're not ready to go. So I'd rather wait until they're ready to go before I watch them. So I didn't watch any of, you know, like how the Shield were in developmental. What I'm talking. All those guys in developmental before they get called up. I really didn't watch anyone. The only guy I actually watched in developmental was Biggie Langston in NXT. That's the only guy I've actually gone out of my way to watch. So NXT doesn't interest me. I don't watch it, and to be honest, I don't know anyone in NXT really. So not on the cards. I know a lot of people already do NXT Universe mode. So if you want to go check that out, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. But NXT for me is a no-go. As Usos looking to go outside. Now I don't even know. I know this is bad, but I don't even know who's who in the Usos. I think this is Jimmy, the one who is outside the ring here. That's pretty bad of me. I mean, I only just got these Usos, and I don't know, man. I just I always have trouble telling who's from who, because I really actually haven't learned yet. I know one's on Total Divas and one's not. So, well, the referee's down, so that's always handy. So the one that's not on Total Divas, I think, is on the outside, on the apron there. So we'll go with that. As R-Truth taking it, the United States Champion R-Truth taking it to... I'm going to call it Jimmy. If it's not Jimmy, you guys will kill me in the comments. As there's a submission there, almost tapping. Almost, but he was breaking up there by Jay, let's hope. But R-Truth, United States Champion, he's got a big pay-per-view coming up. Yeah, Biggie Langston, he's never faced Biggie Langston before, so a brand new opponent. Only has 2 matches now to kind of look back and, you know, see how he can improve there. As there's the cover from Truth, he'll get it. R-Truth will get the W alongside Xavier Woods, pinning the Usos. So the Usos' big debut on our Universe mode is a failure. So big win there from Woods and Truth, and R-Truth, the United States Champion. I'm telling you. He's going to be hard to beat at Hell in a Cell. Biggie Langston's got his work cut out for him. But as I was about to say, new opponent for R-Truth. Doesn't know much about his opponent. So it's going to be a tough challenge for him. But you'll have to say that he should get it done. You know, the experienced R-Truth coming up against the rookie Big E Langston. But speaking of rookies, Xavier Woods, his first victory on our Universe mode. Congratulations to him. And, well, I can't wait to see what's coming up next on SmackDown. Let's get straight to it. I'm out here tonight to clear the air. To clear the air about the situation between myself and Jack Swagger. What the hell exactly happened between us and the Real Americans? Why did I betray Swagger? Why did I break up the Real Americans when we were just about to get a tag team championship matchup? It's simple. I do not need Jack Swagger. I am ready for the big time. Jack Swagger is doing nothing but holding me back, and by betraying him, by walking out on him, I did myself the best favor that I could ever do. Now I have the opportunity to step up. I have the opportunity to become a main event guy that I know I deserve to be. And Jack Swagger, he's nothing but a nobody. And I don't want to be associated with somebody like him. So I'm telling you right now, Jack, at Hell in a Cell, we will fight in Hell in a Cell, and we will beat the crap out of each other, because that's exactly what needs to be done. And Jack, I'm telling you right now, your career will never be the same again, because I'm going to beat you so badly that you would never be a top player. You will never be a player in this company again, and everybody in the back will be watching me, fearful, because they know that I'm coming. I'm coming for them, and I'm coming for the World Championship. Well, finally it's been explained. Finally we know why Jack Swagger did what he did, and finally we will find out who will take on the Shield at Hell in a Cell. The Wyatt family or the Rhodes brothers. It's going to be a number one contenders matchup here on SmackDown. That's going to be huge. Not only that, will Layla be a part of the Hell in a Cell matchup for the Divas Championship, as Brie Bella will take on AJ Lee? If Layla wins against Brie Bella, she will get an opportunity to make that a triple threat matchup, and she will get an opportunity for the Divas Championship. Mark Henry will take on Sheamus. Can Henry come into the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view with a bit of momentum? And can Sheamus knock off the world champion and get himself back up to the top of the pedestal? Primetime players will take on the Shield. So can the Shield come into the Hell in a Cell with momentum themselves? And can the Primetime players keep themselves above water in this tag team division? It's the reverse. Swagger, Barrett, and Kofi Kingston will be in Swagger's corner. Cesaro will be in Barrett's corner. I can't wait for the Cesaro and Swagger matchup. And it's these two guys again. Hell in a Cell, number one contenders matchup. Chris Jericho versus Ryback. Winner takes on Mark Henry. I don't know if it's much of a prize, but the winner will get an opportunity at Mark Henry at Hell in a Cell. So who's going to be the number one contenders for this tag team championship? It's the Rhodes brothers. Surprisingly, they knocked off the Wyatt family. So will Layla get an opportunity at Hell in a Cell for the Divas Championship? No, she will not. Brie Bella with Nikki Bella in her corner gets the W. It'll be a one-on-one matchup. Mark Henry versus Sheamus. The winner, Mark Henry, so the world champion, coming into Hell in a Cell on a high. Next up, Primetime Players versus the Tag Team Champions, the Shield. The Primetime Players knock off the Shield, so the Shield's momentum has been derailed. Coming into Hell in a Cell, Primetime Players, big victory for them. And Barrett and Cesaro, well, they are looking good, those two. That combination is looking very, very good. And it's not looking good for Swagger and Kingston, who need to get victories, because Kingston will take on Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship, and Cesaro and Swagger, as we just learned, will be in a Hell in a Cell. That will be brutal, and this match is sure to be a fun one. Chris Jericho versus Ryback. The winner will go on to Hell in a Cell to take on Mark Henry. We've seen these two guys in action before. These two guys by far have been the number one and number two guys on the SmackDown roster at the moment. They have been plowing through the competition. It's only rightful that these two guys square off to determine who will take on Mark Henry at Hell in a Cell. Chris Jericho, we've got a strong history with him. We know exactly his problem. He hasn't been able to win the big one. How many times has he been in number one contenders matches? I can go back to Jericho versus John Cena. I think Jericho and CM Punk. Jericho and the Big Show. Now Jericho and Ryback. Now this is a big matchup for both these two. Ryback, this is his first number one contenders matchup. When he was on Raw, didn't really make much of an impact, but as soon as he's moved to SmackDown, he's been winning and winning and winning, and now he's got himself in the title frame. All he has to do is knock off Chris Jericho. Not an easy feat to achieve, but you'd have to say that Ryback can probably get the job done. He's really looking good at the moment. I think he's got some big victories over Sheamus in the past couple of weeks. I think he's also knocked off the Big Show, if I'm not mistaken. So Ryback really looking good. So these two guys, these two bulls, will square off in the middle of the ring here. Winner takes on Mark Henry at Hell in a Cell. And that will just be a normal matchup. There's only going to be 2 Hell in a Cell matches that you guys requested. I asked you in the last video 1 or 2. And I decided to go with Cesaro and Swagger. It made more sense, in my opinion. 2 guys who just simply do not like each other. That's what the Hell in a Cell is kind of designed for. Finish off the rivalry and put it all to bed inside Hell in a Cell. So that should be a really good one. And the other Hell in a Cell matchup, of course, will be The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. So that will surely be a cracker of a match as well. So Jericho taking it to Ryback at the moment. Jericho, with all the experience in the world, former World Heavyweight Champion, But as I said, since he's been on a universe mode, just hasn't been able to win that big matchup to get him across the line and get him to the pay-per-view. He's actually never been in a title matchup on our universe mode. So, of course, universe mode starting back in April on W13, all the way up to, what is it now? We're in October. So, a lot of months there where he's been close, but no cigar. So, this is his opportunity. And this is an Extreme Rules match, I have to add as well. I didn't say that before. Extreme Rules match. So, there is no excuses, no disqualifications, no nothing. We're going to find a clear winner. We also had these two guys square off a few weeks ago, so I also thought, well, why not up the ante? Let's get these two guys in something big and meaningful here. As Ryback with a nice belly-to-belly suplex. The big guy, he's looking very impressive at the moment, and the move to SmackDown has certainly helped both of these guys, I should say. I mean, Jericho's been right up there. He's been winning every week, except for the number one contenders matchup. No surprise there, and Ryback, I mean, if he beats Jericho here, there's got to be something wrong with Jericho. This game's got to be, fixed of some sort of way. I mean, I just want to see Jericho get an opportunity. I honestly believe if Jericho can get a World Championship matchup, that he will actually win. I was actually tempted to put these two guys in the World Championship matchup themselves. I was going to make a triple threat match, but you know what? I think one-on-one matches are a better indication of who the winner and who the best man is. So, one-on-one matchup, winner takes on Mark Henry, and geez, haven't the world champions been given a bit of an easy run? We don't really see them much on our universe mode until the pay-per-views. Mark Henry having to wrestle here on Friday Night SmackDown. We know Paul Heyman's looking after Brock Lesnar pretty well on Raw, making him have to work only on pay-per-views. Of course, Brock Lesnar doesn't work for free, but world champions are getting treated like royalty. I guess so they should. They are royalty on our universe mode. And speaking of wrestling royalty, that is Chris Jericho, who kicks out at 2. And Ryback, he's trying to make a name for himself on universe mode. And here on Friday Night SmackDown, has a good opportunity. Beat Chris Jericho, that will certainly make a name for himself. And certainly put himself in the right position to get himself into the contendership for the World Championship. And Hell in a Cell other matches, so we know that the Rhodes Brothers are the number one contenders for the Shield's Tag Team Championships. The Shield is looking a bit shaky there with the loss against the Primetime Players. I actually thought the Primetime Players would get the number one contendership matchup, but they just lost a couple of matches in the last couple of weeks, and there was no way we could put them in that match. Unfortunately, this game, you can't do triple threat or fatal four-way tag team matches. I wish that's something they will rectify, because I really would like to do triple threat, fatal four-way tag team matches at the pay-per-views. That would be pretty freaking cool. And I think that's something they really need to fix. Hopefully in the next gen game that they're capable of, doing more things to the game, adding more matches. The game engine will be strong enough to do all these match types. I don't even know if it's 5-on-5 at Survivor Series. I don't think it is. I think we only have a 3-on-3 6-man tag team match for Survivor Series. If you know how many are in this traditional Survivor Series tag team matchup, please leave me a comment. Please let me know in the comments. I have no idea. I've been thinking about going ahead and perhaps looking at how many there will be. But I don't know. You guys know the game probably better than me. So how many are in the 5-on-5, or is it a 5-on-5, or is it 3-on-3 in the traditional Survivor Series tag team matchup? That's a very important thing to know, because Survivor Series, I've got some big plans for Survivor Series, and I hope we can get 5-on-5 in there. Otherwise, it's probably gonna ruin things a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see. But it'll be interesting to see who walks into Survivor Series as champion. I mean, will the world champions have to defend their championship at Survivor Series? Will they be a part of the traditional tag team matchup? They might get a free pass. We might see the first pay-per-view where the world or WWE championship has not been defended on a universe mode. So that'll be interesting if that does happen. And it'll be interesting to see which champion actually that happens to. And I think Survivor Series itself is shaping up to be really, really good. Tag team division is thriving. Mid-card's looking pretty good on both shows for the IC and US title. I think the Wade Barrett and Kofi Kingston rivalry will finally end. I think we've had 3 pay-per-views with those guys. I think we've had SummerSlam, Night of Champions, and now Hell in a Cell. So they've had a really long, extended, brutal rivalry. Those guys have been going at it for months now. So to finally cap it off in Hell in a Cell, probably those two guys needed a Hell in a Cell matchup too. Hell, we should have just made every single match Hell in a Cell. But those two guys will certainly put it all to an end at Hell in a Cell, and that will be really, really good to see. I'm interested to see who will actually win that one, because both guys have been trading wins back and forth. And speaking of smacking someone back and forth, or beating the crap out of someone, Jericho got that baseball bat and just pounding Ryback away. Oh, look out. What's he going to do here? No, a counter with the DDT there from Ryback. I thought Jericho was going to powerbomb him all the way into the outside mat there, but it's actually the big guy getting a nice counter there with the DDT. So, good stuff here on SmackDown. And extended longer videos from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the longer videos. I know the episodes aren't coming out as frequent as I would like it to be, because I actually just got my PS4. My PS4 came early, and I just got my PS4 yesterday. I was also part of it. I was also in a car accident yesterday. Nothing major, but you know, a bit shooken up from it. So I also didn't want to go ahead and do a video yesterday. So I've been a little bit slack with the uploads, and trying to get on top of it. But I hope you guys appreciate the longer videos to kind of compensate for it, because Hell in a Cell is going to be a long one. It's going to be epic as well. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Promo videos are on the way. I don't know if I'm going to do a promo for the World Championship matchup, because I've got one promo done for the WWE Championship matchup for The Rock and Brock Lesnar match. But if you want to see a Ryback or Chris Jericho, Mark Henry promo video, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm running out of songs, I think. I got like 70 or 80 songs for that are non-copyright. But other than that, I've kind of gone through a lot of the ones that I like, so I'm kind of running out of songs to do. So that's a bit of a pain. And I know you guys have been suggesting songs for me to use, but they have to be copyright free. That's the big problem. And the copyright situation on YouTube is so crazy right now. I hope I don't actually get copyright striked or anything like that for using any songs. But it's been crazy on YouTube, and a lot of guys are feeling it at the moment. But actually, my channel is actually all good. I didn't get any infringements or anything like that. So all good on my side, as it's not very good for Chris Jericho at the moment. Oh, he countered it. Gets the stairs back. If he hits Ryback, you'd have to say it'd be all over. But Ryback counters, hits the belly to belly. You might be thinking that Ryback will try and put him away here. He does here with a cover. Oh, he kicks out at 2.5. I thought Ryback was going to go on to Hell in a Cell then. I think, was that the meat hook clothesline? I think it might be. Here we go. Yes, he's done it with the meat hook clothesline. Gets the 3 count. Ryback is going to Hell in a Cell, and you know what that means? Jericho has lost again. Oh my God, Jericho, can you stop letting me down? I'm giving you these title matches. I'm giving you a big push, and you are losing and losing. I don't know. I'm starting to lose faith in Jericho. Maybe it's time that we let him go. I don't think he can win. But oh man, Ryback, big victory for him. You know what? He's going Hell in a Cell. Oh, look out! Speaking of Hell in a Cell, there's Mark Henry. He's beating the crap out of Ryback, sending him a message, telling him that I'm waiting. Hell in a Cell is approaching very quickly, and Mark Henry is ready. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. It's BrendenPlayz, and see you at Hell in a Cell.